Breaking news, actor Gene Hackman's cause of death revealed. It is tragic, sad. Officials tonight say the actor's wife died a week before Hackman. His longtime love, Betsy Arakawa, died of hantavirus.
How could one of Hollywood's most iconic figures and his beloved wife vanish into a mystery with no clear explanation? In early 2025, the world was rocked by the sudden and perplexing deaths of Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa. Known to millions as a powerhouse of acting brilliance, Hackman's passing left fans and colleagues reeling. Born Eugene Allen Hackman in January 1930, he rose from humble beginnings and relentless struggle in the unforgiving corridors of Hollywood.
Best Actor of the Year, Gene Hackman receives his Oscar from Liza Minnelli.
His breakthrough came with a daring performance in Bonnie and Clyde in 1967, a role that hinted at the vast talent soon to be fully unleashed. It wasn't long before he dazzled audiences and critics alike in The French Connection, an achievement that cemented his place as a true icon of cinema. His storied career continued to flourish through decades of memorable performances, each one adding layers to a legend that would eventually become a cornerstone of the American New Wave in film.
The cause of death for Miss Betsy Hackman, aged 65 years, is hantavirus pulmonary syndrome.
Just as the accolades poured in and his reputation soared, Hackman chose to step back from the limelight in 2004. Citing health reasons and a desire to escape the relentless pace of Hollywood, he retired gracefully. In his later years, Hackman embraced a quieter life in New Mexico, a sharp contrast to the intensity of his cinematic exploits. Friends recall him riding his bike around Santa Fe, a local fixture whose presence warmed the community. Betsy Arakawa, an accomplished classical pianist, was not only his devoted wife but also a key figure in his everyday life.
And his wife Betsy, a classical pianist, left many unanswered questions. The couple were found dead, along with a family dog, in their home in New Mexico,
helping him navigate the challenges that came with aging while encouraging him to remain active and engaged. Yet, despite these nurturing efforts, whispers began to emerge among those close to the couple, a subtle decline in Hackman's vigor that few had anticipated. Just as the accolades poured in and his reputation soared, Hackman chose to step back from the limelight in 2004. Citing health reasons and a desire to escape the relentless pace of Hollywood, he retired gracefully. Then, on a fateful February day in 2025, a routine wellness check turned into a grim revelation.
Information this morning on the shocking death of actor Gene Hackman and his wife. They were discovered inside their home in Santa Fe on Wednesday after a neighbor called police to conduct a welfare check.
Maintenance personnel and neighborhood security, responding to a lack of response from the couple's home, made a discovery that would soon baffle investigators. There, in the quiet corners of their Santa Fe residence, lay the lifeless forms of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa. Hackman was found in a secluded mudroom, while Betsy was discovered near a modest bathroom space. The scene was chilling yet eerily devoid of the expected signs of struggle. No external trauma, no evidence of forced entry, and notably no traces of a carbon monoxide leak, a theory that some had hastily considered.
Breaking news, you're looking at video of one of the last times Oscar winner Gene Hackman, a known recluse in recent years, was seen in public.
Instead, scattered prescription pills and an open bottle near Betsy's body introduced a disturbing element to the puzzle, hinting at complexities that extended beyond a mere health decline. In the immediate aftermath of the discovery, a whirlwind of conflicting accounts began to circulate. Longtime friends recounted how Hackman, once full of life and vibrancy, had gradually withdrawn into a more reclusive existence. They recalled the efforts Betsy made to keep him engaged, be it through challenging puzzles or even the occasional Zoom yoga session meant to spark both mental and physical activity.
95-year-old Oscar winner's body was found in his New Mexico home, along with that of his wife and one of their dogs yesterday. Officials say they had been dead for some time, and their deaths are, quote, suspicious enough in nature, end quote, to require a thorough investigation.
However, a striking contradiction emerged when Hackman's own daughter, Leslie Ann, described her father as surprisingly robust in his later months, with no overt signs of the debilitation that some insiders feared. This dissonance between public observations and private recollections only deepened the mystery, raising unsettling questions about the true state of Hackman's health leading up to that tragic day. As authorities delved deeper into the investigation, the picture remained murky. The Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office, together with fire department officials, confirmed that while no foul play was immediately evident,
the 911 call in the death of Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy Arakawa has been released. The Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office previously confirmed to NBC News that the 95-year-old actor, who won 2 Academy Awards during his acting career, was found dead February 26th in his Santa Fe, New Mexico home.
the circumstances were unusual enough to warrant a comprehensive inquiry. Technicians meticulously ruled out the possibility of hazardous gas leaks, and the local gas company affirmed that all measurements were normal. Yet, the discovery of the scattered pills near Betsy's body, combined with the odd placement of the couple's personal belongings, fueled speculation. Was it a tragic accident compounded by overlooked health issues, or did a more sinister element lurk beneath the surface? The investigation continued, with toxicology reports expected to take months to process, promising to shed light on this enigmatic case. In the days that followed, the legacy of Gene Hackman was the subject of both public tribute and intense private reflection.
Actor Gene Hackman's life coming to a shocking end inside his New Mexico home. Hackman and his wife found dead by maintenance workers, and the circumstances around their death is now being called suspicious. Police say Hackman and his wife.
Colleagues from across the film industry and old friends alike came forward with heartfelt remembrances. Clint Eastwood, a longtime collaborator, described Hackman as an actor of unparalleled instinct and raw intensity, while director Francis Ford Coppola mourned the loss of a dear friend whose contributions transcended the screen. Film critics and historians were quick to underline that Hackman's career had not only shaped an era, but had redefined the very notion of the character actor. A true star whose influence spanned generations. For many, his passing marked the end of an illustrious period in cinema, leaving behind a body of work that continued to inspire and provoke thought.
This morning, Hollywood is remembering one of the greats.
All right, Popeye's here. Get your hands on your heads. Get off the bar and get on the wall.
Gene Hackman never fit the mold of a typical star.
Yet, even as tributes flowed in and the industry paid homage to his extraordinary talent, lingering questions remained about the final days of both Hackman and Arakawa. The absence of a definitive cause of death, coupled with the conflicting reports regarding Hackman's health, has left fans and investigators alike grasping for answers. Neighbors recalled how Betsy had been the anchor in their lives, always ensuring that her husband remained active and socially engaged, despite his advancing years. That steadfast commitment seemed at odds with the stark reality of that fateful day, a day that not only stole 2 vibrant lives, but also left behind a legacy intermingled with both triumph and unsolved mystery. As the investigation presses on, with every new detail meticulously documented and scrutinized, one thing remains indisputable: Gene Hackman's towering legacy is secure. His life, a tapestry woven from moments of undeniable brilliance and quiet resilience, now serves as both an inspiration and a somber reminder of life's fragile nature. In the wake of his untimely departure, discussions have ignited across social media and within close-knit circles of film aficionados. Conversations revolve around his unforgettable performances, the seemingly paradoxical state of his health, and the enduring enigma that his death represents. In the end, this isn't just a story about a celebrated actor's final curtain call. It's a narrative laden with contradictions, unanswered questions, and the bittersweet reality of aging. As viewers, we are left to piece together the fragments of a life that dazzled on screen and lived vibrantly off it, only to be eclipsed by a mystery that may never be fully unraveled. What truly lies beneath the surface of this tragic event? How did a man so full of creative energy and a woman so devoted to nurturing life meet such an abrupt end? The questions persist, urging us to reflect not only on the legacy of a cinematic giant, but also on the unpredictable nature of life itself.
Blazed his own path into movie history. Often called an everyman, Hackman in fact played every different type of character.
This story is far from over. As the investigation continues and more details emerge, one can only wonder how history will ultimately record the final chapter of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa. For now, the enduring mystery invites us to revisit their remarkable journey, celebrating the man who once commanded the silver screen with effortless intensity and the woman who stood steadfast by his side through it all. Share your thoughts on their unforgettable legacy, and let us know which of Hackman's performances left an indelible mark on you. The conversation is just beginning, and every detail adds a new layer to this astonishing story.